Perez receives pleasant surprise amidst refereeing crisis. First step towards justice for Real Madrid. Since the beginning of the season, Real Madrid has suffered from a series of controversial refereeing decisions that directly impacted the team's results in La Liga. Repeated refereeing mistakes, missed penalty calls, and harsh disciplinary decisions against the royal team's players have prompted the club's management, led by Florentino Perez, to escalate the issue and demand fundamental changes within the Spanish refereeing system. In recent months, the crisis has worsened with an increase in refereeing errors, causing Real Madrid to feel targeted. One of the most notable incidents occurred in the team's recent match against Osasuna, where English player Jude Bellingham was shown a direct red card following a verbal altercation with referee José Luis Montero. The red card decision shocked both fans and the media, especially as the review of the incident revealed that the referee had overestimated the situation, relying on a misinterpretation of a phrase in English spoken by the player. Bellingham was not the only victim in the match. Kylian Mbappé suffered several violent challenges that went unpunished, and Vinicius Jr. was struck in the face without any intervention from the referee, or even a video review. This led Madrid-based press to escalate the matter, considering these errors to be systematic against Real Madrid. Perez takes strong action. Media and political pressure pays off. Perez was not going to stand idly by in the face of this recurring injustice. Immediately after the match, he held an emergency meeting with the club's management and coaching staff to discuss the next steps. It was decided to escalate the issue on all fronts, starting with filing official complaints with the Spanish Football Federation and raising the matter through the club's official channel and newspapers close to the team. Indeed, the campaign began to bear fruit as criticism of the refereeing increased from both Spanish and international media, placing significant pressure on the refereeing committee. With rising fan anger, online campaigns calling for immediate reforms in the refereeing system spread, and some fans even demanded the dismissal of those responsible for managing refereeing in La Liga. Good news: official investigation into refereeing and possibility of canceling Bellingham's red card. Amidst this charged atmosphere, Florentino Perez received some good news, marking a partial victory in this battle. The Spanish Football Federation decided to open an official investigation into the refereeing performances in Real Madrid's recent matches, with a particular focus on referee José Montero's decisions in the Osasuna game. Sources within the Spanish Football Federation confirmed that there is a thorough review of the controversial refereeing decisions, including Bellingham's red card. Preliminary reports suggest there is a high likelihood of the suspension being overturned, especially if it is proven that the referee misunderstood the player's comment. If this decision is implemented, it will be a win for Real Madrid, as the team will regain one of its key players without losing any matches due to an unjust punishment. Potential reforms in the Spanish refereeing system. The pressure exerted by Real Madrid has not stopped at this point. As the controversy grew, the Spanish refereeing committee began considering changes to the refereeing system to ensure fair competition. These changes include: 1. Improving the use of video assistant referee, VAR. Referees will be required to review controversial incidents themselves before making crucial decisions, rather than relying solely on the VAR room. 2. Stricter standards for selecting referees. Referees will be regularly evaluated, and any official found guilty of making significant errors affecting match outcomes will be suspended. 3. Increasing transparency in communication between referees and clubs. Coaches and players will be able to clearly understand the reasons behind refereeing decisions, reducing instances of controversy and misunderstandings. Public and media reactions. Partial victory, but the battle is not over. Real Madrid fans greeted this news with cautious optimism. While the opening of an official investigation and the potential cancellation of Bellingham's suspension represent significant victories, fans understand that the problem goes beyond just one match or one player. In the Spanish press, opinions were divided over these developments. Madrid-based newspapers like Marca and AS praised Perez's actions, considering them a step in the right direction, while some newspapers close to Barcelona, such as Sport and Mundo Deportivo, downplayed the significance of the issue, arguing that refereeing mistakes occur with all teams. Guardiola. City's chances are 1% against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Spanish coach Pep Guardiola, manager of English club Manchester City, believes his team has a 1% chance of qualifying at the expense of Real Madrid during their upcoming second-leg match in the Champions League round of 16. City lost 2-3 at home in the first leg last week, despite leading 2-1 with just 4 minutes left on the clock. Guardiola said, "The chances of winning at the Bernabeu after this situation, everyone knows, the percentage of qualifying, it could be 1%, it's going to be very slim." The brilliant coach, who led City to their first ever continental title in the previous season, continued, "We will try as much as we can for sure. We will play as usual. But the reality is that we are far from our usual level this season." City heads into the match after a resounding 4-0 victory over strong Newcastle in the Premier League over the weekend, including a hat-trick from Egyptian striker Omar Marmoush, who joined from Eintracht Frankfurt. The former Barcelona and Bayern Munich coach added, "For one match on Saturday we played well, but that won't change the prevailing opinion and reality. But of course, it's good to travel to Madrid after a result like that." Meanwhile, Real Madrid drew 1-1 away to Osasuna in La Liga, and their top spot is under threat if third-placed Barcelona, just 3 points behind, wins at home to sixth-placed Rayo Vallecano on Monday. El Chiringuito mocks the referee of the Real Madrid-Osasuna match. He's learning English now. The famous program El Chiringuito mocked the referee of the Osasuna-Real Madrid match, José Luis Montero, after he showed a direct red card to English star Jude Bellingham. The referee issued a direct red card to Bellingham, writing in his match report that the English star had insulted him. Referee Montero is now learning English. However, Bellingham has confirmed that he did not insult the referee, but apologized for his actions and for somehow contributing to Real Madrid's draw. The program, via its official social media account on X, pointed out that referee Montero is determined to learn English, as indicated by his following several Instagram accounts to learn the language, suggesting that he may have misunderstood the words Bellingham used during the Osasuna match. They are separated by official negotiations. Milan is preparing to sign Real Madrid's jewel permanently. AC Milan is preparing to hold new talks with Real Madrid to discuss the future of Alex Jimenez at San Siro by 2025. The Italian club is keen on keeping the 19-year-old player, especially since his current contract with Milan runs until 2028, with the option to extend for another year. Jimenez officially joined Milan in March 2024, after activating the buy option included in his loan agreement from Real Madrid. Although Real Madrid allowed one of its Castilla Academy graduates to leave, his connection to the Spanish club hasn't completely ended, as his contract with Milan includes a clause allowing Real Madrid to repurchase him in the future, as part of a multi-level agreement between the two clubs. Milan seeks to renegotiate with Real Madrid regarding Alex Jimenez. According to reports from Spanish site Relevo, Real Madrid has the option to buy back Jimenez for €9 million in the summer of 2025, or €12 million if they decide to bring him back in 2026. However, Milan is looking to renegotiate these terms to improve its chances of retaining the player and reduce the likelihood of him returning to Madrid. Although Real Madrid does not currently intend to bring Jimenez back, the Spanish club will demand financial compensation before agreeing to any changes that would lessen their ability to repurchase